All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, the past 4 years have seen the Denver Nuggets be one of the top teams in the Western Conference, which included them reaching the Western Conference Finals back in 2020. But the last 2 years have seen the Nuggets be besieged by injuries. Late in the 2021 NBA season, guard Jamal Murray suffered a torn ACL, which kept him out of action for the remainder of that campaign and all of last season. Back injuries have plagued forward Michael Porter Jr. during his brief NBA career, as he only appeared in 9 games last season. However, things are drastically different in Denver so far this season with a healthy Murray and Porter, as the Nuggets currently are the top team in the West. And if things come together, the Nuggets could be making their first trip to the NBA Finals this season in franchise history. Now, Nikola Jokic continues to be Nikola Jokic, but he no longer has to carry this team by himself. Jokic is the two-time reigning NBA MVP, and he'll be in the mix to once again win the award this time around. Now, Jokic's points per game this season are down in comparison, as he's averaging just under 25 points this season, as opposed to more than 27 points last year. However, the Joker's averaging a career high 9.7 assists to go along with 11 rebounds. The Joker is shooting nearly 62% from the field, 37.5% from three-point land, and he's making 81% of his free throws. Now, make no mistake about it, Jokic is the centerpiece for the Nuggets, no pun intended. But last year's playoff loss to the Golden State Warriors showed that he cannot do it by himself, as in the postseason, Golden State just really keyed on him, made him work for every basket, because they really knew that there was nobody else for him to really, focus on. And without anyone else on the Nuggets being able to step up, their trip to the postseason last year was a train wreck. But this time around, the Nuggets are more balanced, as with Murray and Porter back, there is no for an opponent of Denver trying to just simply key on the Joker and trying to stop this team offensively. Forward Aaron Gordon is now the fourth option for the Nuggets on offense, and that just shows you how deep that they are, because last season when he had to be the number two, that's really not a role that fits him. Now he's a four guy. People are going to pay attention to Murray. They're going to pay attention to Porter. They're going to pay attention to Jokic. Now, a guy like Aaron Gordon could get lost team, and that's the key word right here, because the Nuggets are playing team ball. They're averaging more than 28 and a half assists per game, which is second in the NBA. They're shooting just under 51% from the field, which is also second in the NBA. And of course, we saw the depth of the Denver Nuggets last night. They went on the road, they beat the Clippers without Nikola Jokic. And this team is looking very, very formidable. Now, of course, you can ask yourselves, are the Nuggets the most complete team in the Western Conference? They're definitely in that conversation, because you look at their outside in game, you look at what Nikola Jokic brings from the center position, the best facilitator in the NBA right now at that position. He's a one-man wrecking crew. He can beat you scoring, rebounding, as well as his assist game. He's a phenomenal passer, and it's going to open things up. Jamal Murray is starting to look like Jamal Murray from a couple of years ago, as can be the case for Michael Porter Jr. And then another question is, do the Nuggets have enough to make the NBA Finals? I look at this team, and if that's the operative word, if they can stay healthy, they are going to be a very tough out come postseason time, due to the fact that not a lot of teams can say they have a skilled big man as skilled as Jokic. Then on top of that, the talent around him. You're looking at a Denver team right now that currently has 7 players who are averaging double figures in scoring this season. Michael Malone, to me, I think has been an underrated coach during his time in the NBA. And you look at the improvement of this Denver Nuggets team since he has been the head coach. All of the pieces are in place. And again, the operative word, if the Nuggets can stay healthy, they are going to be a tough out. They're 14-3 in their last 17 contests. Like I said, they just got the best of the Clippers last night on the road. Now they are set up for having their next 5 games at home. And the Nuggets could really put themselves in a good position between now and the All-Star break. It's always going to be interesting to see what moves that teams make prior to the trade deadline, and it's going to be interesting to see who the Nuggets look to have. I think this is going to be a good battle coming down the stretch for the top spot in the West between Denver and Memphis. And then you can't leave the New Orleans Pelicans out of that mix either once they get Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram back. But nonetheless, focusing on the Nuggets, this could be the year finally that they break through and get to the NBA Finals. You look at their depth, it's all about, can this team remain healthy? And if the Nuggets can remain healthy over the second half of the season and into the playoffs, they are going to be a tough out for their opponents in the West. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now, you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.